When Bitcoin debuted in 2009, there were over 21 million coins up for grabs. The coins were ridiculously cheap.
Bitcoin is now up to $111. This is the highest that it's been. It's ridiculous.
But not many people were ready to invest in them. However, years down the line, the number of coins began to dwindle, and the Bitcoin craze hit a home run. Now it's not just individuals investing in Bitcoin. Publicly listed companies have joined the race, and they are willing to part with crazy amounts of money to get every last one of the remaining Bitcoins before they run out. Some companies are already in the lead, hoarding as much of this prize coin as they possibly can. Others are picking up steam, while others are falling behind. But as it stands, these are the top 10 companies with the biggest Bitcoin portfolios. Before we start, it's important to note that the crypto market is ever-changing. So the values mentioned in this video are subject to change based on market volatility. Starting off the countdown at number 10, we have Bitcoin Group SE. Bitcoin Group SE is a venture capital company. This means they fund upcoming companies, specifically those in the crypto space, in exchange for equity. Besides being involved in the acquisition, management, and sale of multiple company holdings, Bitcoin Group SE also has a decent holding of Bitcoin. With at least 3,830 BTC to its name, Bitcoin Group isn't at the top of the list, but it has made its mark. This firm's Bitcoin portfolio is slightly over $82 million, a commendable value that earns it a spot on our top 10 list of companies with the biggest Bitcoin reserves. At the 9th spot is Riot Blockchain, NADQ Riot. This is a Bitcoin mining company known for its record-breaking profits. The company has over 40,300 miners and a hash rate of 4.2 exahashes every second. This translates to 300 to 450 Bitcoin tokens mined every month, and a staggering $43.5 million in mining rewards for the same period. With all this money to spend, Riot Blockchain is on a rampage for Bitcoin investments, beating other companies to the chase. So far, Riot Blockchain's Bitcoin binge has brought the company 6,696 coins worth $143 million currently. Talk about a riot of riches. Number 8. Hut 8 Mining Corp. Hut 8 Mining Corp, NADQ Hut, is the 8th company with the largest Bitcoin portfolio to its name, courtesy of the holding strategy. The holding strategy is one of the oldest tricks in the Bitcoin investment playbook. It happens when a Bitcoin mining company like Hut 8 stores all the Bitcoin they mine in their reserve. The general concept behind this strategy is that the value of the held coins will increase at some point, making the hoard extremely valuable. Using this strategy, Hut 8 Mining Corp has accumulated a minimum of 7,736 Bitcoins. This makes the company's Bitcoin portfolio worth at least $166 million at current prices. Coming in hot at number 7 is another Bitcoin reserve giant, Square Inc., NADQ SQ, which was renamed to Block Inc. in 2021. When former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey and Jim McKelvey co-founded the company in 2009, crypto was still a nascent concept. So Square Inc., like many other companies, were still skeptical about investing in Bitcoin. However, in 2020, the company welcomed the idea and bought 4,709 Bitcoins at what most probably consider a ridiculously affordable market price of $50 million, or about $10,000 apiece. Square Inc. added a further $170 million to acquire 3,318 more Bitcoins. They now have about 8,027 Bitcoin tokens in their reserve, which is approximately worth $172 million. Settling for 6th place, we have the crypto trading and investment platform Coinbase, NADQ Coin. Coinbase is one of the world's biggest crypto exchanges, with over $316.1 million worth of crypto assets. The company has been around since 2012, but the recent crypto bubble rush in 2021 catapulted its turnover and value to what it is today. Among the assets Coinbase holds in its reserves is a whopping 9,000 bitcoins, worth almost $193 million in present-day value. You could argue that this isn't as impressive for a crypto exchange, but don't cry for Coinbase just yet. They still have a pretty impressive stash of Bitcoin. Number 5. Marathon Digital Holdings. Bitcoin mining is a hot and lucrative industry, but one that's full of competition. Zealous companies try to outmine each other every day, and there are those that do it better than the rest. One of these star mining companies is Marathon Digital Holdings, NADQ MARA, North America's biggest self-mining company. Marathon Digital Holdings has a rapidly accruing Bitcoin reserve, and it's only getting bigger. Recent records indicate that their Bitcoin reserve was worth an estimated $216 million, an equivalent of 10,055 Bitcoins. This is more than double what the company had in its reserves in 2021 when it spent $150 million to buy 4,813 Bitcoins. Despite such an impressive portfolio, Marathon Digital Holdings has major plans to scale up mining and hopefully its Bitcoin reserves. According to their Q2 financial report, the company had 49,000 of 68,000 ASIC miners, 4.9 exahashes per second, installed. However, it's targeting 23.3 exahashes per second of mining power, which would be around 230,000 miners. With such a large mining operation and a rapidly growing Bitcoin reserve, Marathon Digital Holdings could quickly become one of the biggest players in the Bitcoin mining world. Number 4. Tesla. Tesla Inc., NADQ Tesla, the electronic vehicle manufacturing company, makes it to 4th place as one of the companies with the highest Bitcoin reserves globally. Tesla only started its Bitcoin acquisition spree in early 2021 when it purchased $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Elon Musk has been a highly influential figure in the cryptoverse. Shortly after Tesla purchased BTC, Elon shilled the asset to his over 100 million Twitter followers. BTC reached a high of $69,000, but whether this is cause or correlation is uncertain. However, in June, Musk said that he had a super bad feeling about the economy, and a month later, Tesla sold off most of its BTC assets, leaving it with a Bitcoin reserve of about 10,725 Bitcoins, now worth about $230 million. Also recently, the techpreneur has sold off 7.92 million Tesla shares, worth $6.8 billion. Elon Musk said that Tesla could increase its Bitcoin reserves in the near future, while reassuring the community that the company had not sold any of its Dogecoins. This caused some to question if he is just manipulating the market for his own benefit. The third company worth mentioning in our countdown is Voyager Digital Ltd. Voyage TSX. Voyager Digital is the parent company of the crypto-backed Voyager debit card. Typically, you will fund the card with USDC stablecoins. You can then use it for transactions at any place where you would use a MasterCard. Plus, you earn 9% rewards for using your Voyager debit card, so money out always brings money in. That aside, what placed Voyager Digital on our radar is the company's stirring Bitcoin portfolio. Voyager Digital owns a jaw-dropping 12,260 Bitcoin, worth over $263 million. Besides, the company joined the Blockchain Association in mid-2021 to play a more proactive role in expanding blockchain opportunities. This means Voyager Digital's Bitcoin reserve has even more potential to grow. And who knows, maybe someday soon it will hit the number 1 spot. The silver medal for the top 10 companies with the highest Bitcoin portfolios goes to Galaxy Digital Holdings Ltd. TSE Galaxy. Galaxy Digital Holdings is a digital assets merchant bank founded in 2018 by Mike Novogratz. As of December 2020, the company had $358 million worth of Bitcoin. That's about 16% of their total assets under management, making Galaxy Digital one of the most Bitcoin-heavy public companies in the world. Presently, the company holds a Bitcoin reserve of 40,000 Bitcoins, estimated at just over $859 million. This is a significant spike from the $522 million portfolio that the company had at the end of the third quarter of 2021. Number 1. MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy, NADQ MSTR, is the reigning champion in the battle for companies with the largest Bitcoin portfolios. The company, which offers business intelligence, cloud, and mobile software services, boasts a staggering 129,698 Bitcoins. This Bitcoin reserve is worth about $3 billion at current market prices. The company's CEO, Michael Saylor's Bitcoin holdings are over 17,000 Bitcoins at a value of just above $390 million. In his words, Saylor says that
Bitcoin is, like it or not, it's unique.
MicroStrategy has been at the center of Bitcoin adoption in the traditional corporate world. Michael Saylor himself is a known Bitcoin maxi and one of the leading Bitcoin evangelists on Twitter, coming in just below billionaire Tim Draper in terms of BTC holdings. And that brings us to the end of our list. These are the 10 companies with the biggest Bitcoin portfolios in the world. And if this video inspires some confidence in you to invest in Bitcoin or any other crypto, remember that crypto is a volatile space. So don't invest without enough knowledge of how it all works and the pros and cons of crypto investments. What do you think? Is it worth putting that kind of money into crypto? Would you support such investment moves if you were the CEO of these companies? Let us know what you think in the comment section. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for future alpha. See ya!